Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Flying with Mike. We are starting off on a new uh, kind of sort of video trip here. We're starting off in South America, down here in Chile, Santiago to be exact. We're going to take off from here, head over to Buenos Aires, and we're starting off South American operations, operating in South America, however you want to term it. But we're going to be flying around South America here for a while. We'll head back up towards Rio and Sao Paulo and back over towards Bogota and up into the Venezuelan area and down the eastern coast. So we're going to have some fun while we're here. Plus, we'll probably try to revisit El Alto. We'll be flying a variety of aircraft. Gonna try and center it maybe around this aircraft, but we'll see. That being the Zibo 737 right ahead of us. So, but again, we're off to Buenos Aires. It's been a long time since I've actually flown here on the sim into there, so it ought to be kind of fun. As you can tell, the external power's hooked up if you don't hear the hum in the background. So let's get in, see where we're at in the checklists, shall we? And we're going to actually try to run the one we were running or started to on Saturday before I was forced to have to leave, which is no problem at all. That happens. So the battery is on, obviously. Everything's powered up. Obviously, we already have electrical power established off the GPU. So let's just get started. Battery is guarded closed. Standby power is closed. We're set on the voltmeter to the GPU. Dome light is off. We've got our electronic, and I don't like how they hop around. Electric hydraulic pumps are off. Landing gear status. Now you can check this in two areas. Down here, down in 3 green, that's the preferred, so you make sure that handle's down. Or back up here, you'll see 3 green. Okay. All right, so now let's do the fire alarm check. We started this. Actually, we got through this on Saturday, Saturday. Sorry, folks, days are really blurred together with all the 48s I've pulled. So bear with me if I don't know what the day of the year, week is, or of the year for that matter. So we're going to do the fire control test. That's pretty much right here, folks. So we'll do the fault, which is all we're going to get. It's fault and the APU test lights on. Okay, and then we're going to do the actual bells and whistles. Okay. Then we're going to do the squibs, which are these 3 green. We go left, get 3 green, right, get 3 green. We're good to go. One last check we can do here is our cargo fire test. And that means in the baggage compartments, there have been on occasion, folks, these things do not happen every day. And I wish a lot of people would learn that. They really are. When they say accident, folks, what's an accident usually mean? They don't happen every day. They happen pretty rarely. So we click test, and that's just testing that one, we're going to get notified, and it's testing the discharge system that it is armed and ready. As you can tell, it's filled in a lot because I've done a lot. All right, so let's head up top, and let's see if we can keep up with it this time. AC ground power is on. That's aircraft ground power. That's right here illuminated, available. We've already clicked on it, and we've moved the dial up. We're connected, AC ground power on. We're going to go ahead now and start the APU. First, we're going to make sure the APU bleed is off. We're going to come over here, turn the left fuel pump on. And then come right to here where you see APU. We're going to hold it for 3 seconds, 2, 3. Let her kick in as she is. Once it's fired up, we're going to get another blue light just like this right here saying the APU generators are available. If you can read that, power to you, whippersnapper. At 56 years old, I can't read it. So probably in the real plane I could, but definitely not in this thing. I would have to zoom in to where it's probably the entire size of the screen to read it. So there we go. But we know it's on. Click down. As you can see, it's putting it on the bus by clicking down. That's what this double line is. And now we are on the APU, which means we can kick on the APU bleed. We're forcing air into the aircraft. Overhead lighting is set. Position wheel lights are off. Now, position lights. I'm sorry. Position lights is this switch. We want it down for steady. All the way up would be the normal red and green you see on the wingtips plus your strobes. So we want it down while we're on the ground so we don't blind anyone. We turn the logo light on day or night. Does not matter. We want to show off that beautiful tail they have on this aircraft. Any collision lights we'll keep off. Wing lights we've turned on. Gee whiz. The wheel well lights, which is what's next, that is a light in the nose gear that shines down, so when they come in, the ground crew can easily see them over the spots as they push across them. Okay, wing lights, logo lights, engine, hydraulic pumps are on, and we're going to keep the others off. All right, now wheel light off, wing light off. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, as per the checklist, turn the wing lights off. Cabin lighting. Now this one, I've actually had some people ask me about this. Where is it? Give me a second. Oh, did I just find it? Oh, yeah, right here. Cabin lighting. Okay, so what it's asking for, cabin lighting, white, bright, passengers set. And that's what we are. Entry area, again, that's where they come in, white and bright. Okay, so we're going to back up one, so we have the jetway attached. Oh. We'll keep that open for now. I think it automatically closes, and what I'm in is the turnaround. And I think with the latest update, and I do have the, I believe, latest update, there is a timer on here. So while I'm thinking about it, let's get them working to get the cabin ready. Okay, so got our fuel truck called. We already did all of that. Okay, so I know I'm kind of all over the place here, but we're going to keep the doors, main door open, keep all the other doors closed, forward and aft cargo, where the bag's going, they're open still. Okay, and then we'll leave the GPU connected and the chocks in for now. If we were where there wasn't a gate, we'd use the air stairs just because they don't have stairs for this one like they do the Flightplanner A320. All right, so let's head back up to the overhead panel. Okay, so that just to kind of help you out here, the cabin utility and IFE power, seat power, that is cabin right there is on, IFE is right here is on. Standby power, we've already established, guarded. Generations drive disconnects, that's these two, they're guarded. And panel lights as needed, we've already got those established all over the aircraft. Because you've got two here, one for the circuit board behind you, the circuit breakers. This one's for this panel. Got one here. Set here, I should say. This is for the panel, background, and aphids, which is up here. This is just for the co-pilot side. Oh, we have to go this way to see it. And then we have two right here. Flooding the area, which most of them will keep it turned way down. And of course the panel lights, which you see lit up here. All right, so we're going to do the cabin attendant. Okay. Ground. Okay, flaps. They are up. This thing's kind of in the way, so bear with me as I move over. Okay, so you can see flaps indicate up, show up on the lever, so they match. Takeoff config. That I've never found, so I'll be honest, folks, I don't know. Oh, and here's where they do those checks. Okay. Okay, so now for the overhead upper panel. Okay, we come up here. We're going to actually be going there. Okay, so flight recorder. Again, we're in a pretty hard place, so we'll just test. Closed. Mach airspeed warning 1. Mach air 2. Stall warning 1. Stall warning 2. Mic selector set. Engine reverse lights out. And it just cleared a whole bunch. Okay, so let's go through them. EEC, that's your engine electronic controls. That's so that you can go straight to full power, folks, and the aircraft itself will, via the computer, bring them up. Passenger oxygen, we just want to make sure we have an adequate supply. Service interphone right here is off. Left and right IRSs, they have been set and aligned already. And let's get it pushed back to position. I have it at heading status, or I'll change it to it so I know how long I have to align. I've already input the flight plan. Folks, we're almost ready to push back. I just want to go through some things. The IRS display is set, as I already said, and then the ELT is guarded. Okay, and all right, so I also check these devices as well when I'm up here, and that's it for this area. Okay, so we're going to head down to the middle control panel. Okay, I don't know where those switches are. I don't think they're modeled. Or are they right here? There we go. And we're just making sure everything lights up, and what I'll do is scan up and up and down. Okay, we'll get that back. Okay. Okay, pilot oxygen mask test is, I think we can test, or okay. Lighting is set, nose wheel steering is on and guarded, weather radar is off. Actually, I don't even think you've got the ability to use it in this Zibo. No, you do not. Airport terrain. Got all of our EFIS set. We're not turning any of those on until we're out by the runway. Now we do have it in HEPA for the barometer, or I'm sorry, yeah, HEPA. We have the barometric, we have the altimeter set, we have the baro set in the airport. We'll go over that here in a minute. Doors closed, entry doors, we're about to close up and get going. Okay, quick down and dirty tour of the aircraft is what I'm going to call that. And there we go. To the point where I'm about to change something here. We've got our packs and cargo matching the zero fuel weight flight leg, FMC aircraft model. All of this has been done already. But folks, this is telling you what you'll need to do. Departure is put in. We're not putting the arrival in because that could change en route. Okay, I've done all of these. Okay, now those switches, folks, we'll come back to the middle, are right here. So flight control A and B, I forgot where those go. Spoiler A and B, alternate, oh, I know where those are, sorry, as soon as I saw the next one. Okay, alternate flaps. Okay, no I don't. I was expecting them right here. Y'all don't. Must be, oh, I know where they are now. Dang it. They're right here. Flight control A and B, spoiler A and B are guarded. Everything looks good. We can turn the yaw damper on now. VHF nav transfer is good. IRS, everything's in the normal position. Center fuel pumps. All of our fuel pumps are off except for the left. Cross feed. We're going to do a quick check. Light should go out. Come back. Light on. Light out. Okay, I'm done with this panel. Sorry, folks, it's taken way too long because we're ready to go. So basically what the flow is, you come down this is where that C list is hard to follow because the beginning is so time consuming, and then we begin to repeat to make sure everything, you know, it's for the pilots, it's very important to make sure everything's set right. And we're just trying to get rolling here, so we're going to get going. Got the APU on AC. Oh no, yeah, we do have the APU on, yes. Okay. And again, you can check right here, the EGT is on. All right, so to the middle. Flight directors are on. That's this switch and this switch. Auto throttles are off. That's the switch right here. Fuel flow. Let's get that reset real quick to 0. Minimums. Okay, for the takeoff, we're going to use 1900 as our minimum. And that's set landing gears down, 3 green. Speed brake lever down. Flaps 0 and 0. Thrust levers closed and they move. Engine start levers are cut off. Parking brake set, yaw dampers are on. Let's get the passengers boarding, folks, so we can get out of here. Okay, and then wait a few minutes here, give you another look at this beautiful bird out here, and we're going to get ready to push back. Now we can actually come off ground power, so let's do that. First thing I'm going to do is come up here. Ground power, it's not being turned off, but we'll come here and it's off. Okay, ground power's out. Now, we're going to go ahead, close our baggage doors. Perfect. Okay, everybody's on board, so we'll close our main door. Okay, now let's go up top here. Wrong airplane, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's right here. My mind was now thinking 767. Your doors show up here, folks, and all of them are clean. Fuel pumps can now come on. Have center pump fuel. Yes. I am not going to turn. I just noticed it's very little, so we'll wait till we get into cruise. Okay, fuel pumps are on. While we're here, let's go to the better pushback and get that tug on the way.
Copy. Please, show me where you want to go.
Planned takeoff today, folks. Runway 17 left. Okay, and boom.
Ground cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And once we see the tow, we will kick those beacon lights on. There he is. We'll get him in here. And we're going to get those chocks removed. Okay, and also the jetway.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, we got a problem. The door is open still.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Flightplanner, we'd like to add our welcome board. Anticipate possibly some light bumps or some choppy airs. We climb out as a precaution, keep our flight attendants seated for a few minutes. Make sure we know, what that ride's going to be like.
Tow connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
If everyone would remain in their seats during that time.
Please be seated for
today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding doors are closed. Flight attendants clear doors for departure. Cross check, verify staff, stand by for all call.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Should be closing the door. There it is. Okay, and we are locked. Okay.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, so we're not going to arm the auto throttles. We keep the position lights and steady. The anti-collisions are on now. We'll keep the wing light off. I forgot about that. When you turn it on, it tells the flight attendants to take their seats for departure. Once we clear the jetway area, we're going to start cranking up. All right, folks, let's start her up. Okay, to do that, a couple of things we have to do. Today's an odd day, so I'm going to switch this into the left side. Pax off. And then you just turn the switch to ground. There it goes, firing up. At 20, we move it to idle. Light off. Here we go, folks. Hope y'all are enjoying. We'll get into number 2 here, or number 1 here in a moment.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, now I'm just getting my ACAR system rolling here. Hardest part is finding the livery you're using. Huh. All right. Let's see here, one last field, and I do again apologize. Okay, so let's start up number 1. We'll do it this way. Okay, we got the packs off. So we'll come down here, switch over. And we're watching.
That was disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, and up we go. And there we go, folks. We're fired up. Got a little higher than I like. I like to start it at 17 to 20, but it can go as high as 25, which is where we were. We move it to on, the fuel control to idle. We're set to go. And as soon as we level off here, Got a little ways to go for it to come down, but we're going to let it stabilize, and then we'll make sure both generators are on. There we go. All right, so both generators, all we got to do again, click them down. On the bus, move this to Gen 1 or okay. Probe heat we'll keep off till the runway. Anti-ice we're not going to be using today until maybe we get back. Left and right packs are on. Isolation valve to auto. APU bleed off. APU itself can go off. Okay. Finally, hydraulics, electrics on. Okay. Now the one thing we missed, and I always love pointing it out, was the guy sitting over here with the tug. Totally forgot, so you could see that the pin was removed. Okay, so master caution is for anti-ice. That's for the probe heat, so we are going to have to. Yaw dampers on. Okay, and that cleared us up there. Taxi procedures, flaps to 1. Auto brake. The RTO auto brake is right next to the dial. Now it's set. Taxiway lights on. We're going to do one thing though from the middle. Bear with me here. We're going to go to the status page, and we're going to go through the flight controls. So, centered to the right. Okay. Okay, and then the rudder. And then I just do a freedom. Okay. And all right, bear with me a second, folks. I can't seem to get There we go. I'll say, why aren't they coming up? All right, so before takeoff, so we'll config is checked, green on the flaps, stave trim set, takeoff briefing we're gonna do real quick. All right, still in that mode. Come on, computer. There we go. All right. Okay, so we have the charts program up here real quick. Now we're going to be going out on the Alba 5C. 17 left. We're pushed back, ready to go. So basically, instructions are as follows. No initial climb, other than we're above 14,000, above 12. Nothing definitive. I'll take that back. That's it. We got to be at 9 to 4, between 4 and 9,000. Then above 10, then above 14, then above 21. Okay, so we're going to climb tracking 176 to Desert or Vagos, which depends on your runway. We're going to Desert. And then approx as appropriate. Okay, continue to EL 250, then left to EL 41, then to Alba, intercepting the airway. Pretty simple stuff, folks. Again, we just got to make our altitude constraints. All right, so let's get rid of that. For now, let's just recompute. TOPCAT. Let's do a quick update since it's been a little bit. 200 at 6. Okay. 24, 10, 13 still as compute. Still the same numbers. Takeoff 1. Okay, so nothing's changed. So V1's 146. Rotating at 147. 151's climb out. And then when we hit acceleration, we accelerate up to we'll accelerate to 161. Okay. Real quick in the middle. 161's climb out, 176 runway heading, and 37,000. Auto throttles on. Uh-oh. Somehow I set this, and I don't know how. All right, hang more time. All right, there we go. Brakes off. Taxi to runway 17 left. And here we go, folks. Yep, write it on your calendars, folks. Flying with Mike is out of the gate early. Okay, taxi lights on now. Okay. What we're going to do is go up to Alpha and then go north. We're going to be turning here on Charlie. Folks, if you're tuning in, you want to join us, we're coming out of Santiago, Chile. Love to have you aboard. Okay, grabbing Charlie. Looks like we have NCR 890 down here. Take a look here, and there probably is a message floating through letting you know to click here to follow. You can follow us on SimAware so you can see where we are. Okay. Then all we do is go to the end. All right, let's see here. Lighting. Let's get our retracts down, but not on. And that's good for now. Let's get our flight attendants in their seats. And we'll get our transponder transponding.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
All right, folks, we are good to go. Traffic. All right, we got some traffic out there at the 10-mile mark, so that's probably a separate airport. Again, METAR here. KVOC, so that's why it's clear. NCR 890. Get down to the end, we'll start the clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Saitek, we'd like to add a welcome board. Anticipate possibly some light bumps or some choppy areas. We can climb out as a precaution, keep our flight attendants seated for a few minutes. Make sure we know, what that ride's going to be like before they get up. Also appreciated if everyone would remain in our seats during that time. Thanks for being with us today.
Okay. We'll see how traffic looks when we get up here. All right. Interesting parking spot, but hey. It's hard to get to the cargo area here. And I am going to use every inch of runway, even though TOPCAT says we should be able to get airborne in with 3,000 feet remaining. I'm one of those fools, guys, that believes if there's runway, use it. Because if you run off the end of the runway and didn't use it all, shame on you. That's good real world talk too, folks. I took off once a little short, almost didn't have enough runway. Should never say those words, almost. Okay, before takeoff, contact ATC. Well, wait a minute. I think we missed some stuff here. Hang on. Okay, we got the engines all started. Leads. Flight controls checked. And we're going to clear the DU checklist complete. Contacting, taxi lights, okay. Parking brake, takeoff config. Okay. All right, so let's see where this heavy is. I saw him working his way in on SimAware. Looks like he's lined. He's still got a ways to go. All right. Okay, so let's go. And on. Santiago traffic, Mac Air 572 departing 17 left. And if you would there, first officer, take care of the lighting. Let's come down to takeoff. Really, for real, we're going to go through it again? Okay, let's do the yoke checks real quick, finish those up. Okay, cabin set and secure, MCP, Tara. Alright, so we'll get after takeoff. After takeoff. Alright, and set. Here we go. And what I do, folks, is throttle up to 60% so that this line lines up here on both when they stable. Brakes off. Always got to check. Toga.
Knots.
Okay. Rolling.
V1 rotate.
Doggies, rolling.
V2.
V1 rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
$400.
Gear up.
$1,000.
Okay, what I'm going to do is go ahead and let auto have all the fun right now. Alright, cabin pressure we'll check here in a minute. Okay, flaps up. Alright, cabin's looking good. Set to auto. Remember, transition here is 10,000 feet. Oh, if I didn't go through that yet, folks, it's 10,000 feet.
That's Untitled Chapter here, National Cargo 890, fully short, runway 17 left.
There you go, folks. Starting to get a little bit of a look at the Andes. Okay, after takeoff checks. Okay, air conditioning set, engine start selectors. Yeah, we have some checklist items. Auto brakes off, flaps are up, altimeter set. Okay, we're going to go into transition, landing.
Ocean traffic giant.
10,000 feet.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, so we got, okay. And that, folks, takes us into our climb here. Okay. Okay, everything, oh, let's get our heading set right. Okay, folks, sorry if I get a little distance sometimes on these. It's been such a long time since I've done this, so. And that's how quickly we ran that fuel out. Alright, we just got to make sure we can clear these big mountains ahead of us, and we should be. Okay, it gets real tricky at this point, maintaining the trim as it should. Okay. Alright, folks, we are on our way. So I hope you all have enjoyed the takeoff here. We are using the Zibo. Again, it's a clear day on this side of the continent of South America. And that's something I really didn't brief. On the other side, not so much the same. Turn that down just a little. Just do a little housekeeping here real quick. There we go. And let's see who's hanging out with us. Ergalto, thank you for following us. FTO Payer, seen you a couple streams. Hope you enjoy. And folks, we'll try to spice it up here a little bit. I do apologize. I can get into a monotonic voice when I'm trying to follow the aircraft and make sure it does what it's supposed to do. And I do apologize. So I hope you all enjoy the ride. As we climb out over the Andes here. See how it looks this way. I'm also trying to, my wife's in Zoom meetings all day and trying to be respectful of that too, so it's a delicate balancing act here in the office, so I'm sorry, in the cockpit. So hang on a second, we're getting some screenshots. Let's swing it this way. You know, this is what I love about X-Plane right here. And I know you guys in Microsoft Flight Sim will say, oh, it's so much better there. Well, yeah, you're probably right. But airline operations aren't all the greatest there either yet, so I'll stick to X-Plane. If I preferred FSX, but that's not like this. So we'll just kind of keep coming around here. Some really nice scenery. Oh, by the way, folks, this is what it looks like out of the box. It's no additional ortho or whatever they call it, or Orbix, or any of that. This is straight out of the box with my settings. Ooh, did not mean that, folks. Sorry. See? Unexpected turbulence. I'd always keep your seatbelts on. Remember that next time. All right, folks. Let's see. Currently, we're looking at an ETA of 1 hour, 13 minutes, and I just saw something missing, so hang on a second. We'll make it happen for you. There should come up. There it is. That way you have an idea where we're at. And again, when you see the link go by, it should put you right on where we are in SimAware. To get an idea, what is SimAware? It's those of us that go back in time with VATSIM. I even go back into the SATCO days. But anyway, if you remember ServInfo, VATSpy, it's a program like that. VATSIM has developed. It's a pretty good program. It's got some quirks, but what program doesn't? So I use it in accompaniment with VATistat. What's it called? VATistatic. But anyway, that gives you an idea where we're hiding out here. And we do that intentionally. We are hiding. You know, I thought you all would like that. And I'm taking screenshots, folks. That's why it's moving quite a bit. All right, let's get in here. We need to set our heading bug a little bit. Been yelling at me, so I thought I'd better. All right, and as you can see, as quickly as we come into the mountains, we'll exit them. However, the terrain is much higher. And by the way, folks, I haven't said it yet, but it's amazing, the human spirit. You know, we live, most of the world lives below 2,500 feet MSL, if not below 1,000. So we take a lot of that for granted. But man, when you get up to places like Denver, it's mile high, or Bogota, almost 2 miles high, or places like El Alto and places over in the Far East that are above 10,000 feet, folks. It's flat out amazing how people can live and work in that thin air. Folks, give you an idea why I say it that way. When you're in a small plane, and I do have a private pilot's license, you cross the, used to be I think 12 to 14,000, which I couldn't get a Cessna or a Piper up to. I don't think the Arrow would have gone that high. But anyway, you got to be on oxygen, at least the pilot. And now I'm hearing it might be 10,000. Again, folks, it was the 80s when I flew, and most of you out there probably weren't born yet, but yeah, I used to fly in the 80s. But imagine working up at that altitude and, you know, construction, fire, police, EMS. I mean, folks, that's high altitude and strenuous work. So just amazes me. At 12,000, El Alto is 12,000 feet. It's the highest international airport. Oh, I know Nepal gets up there, a couple of others, but they're not international airports. Very big distinguishing thing. It's 12,100 feet up. The only reason you can tell how high it's up, and I have no idea if it's what you got to do with those kind of altitudes, the runway's the same length. But there's also a neat show here in the U.S. called The Amazing Race. Back in its early days, now granted, I haven't seen The Amazing Race at all in COVID. Well, I think they did it last year, but it was not really all that great. I think they were killing it. But early episodes would send them into South America, down here in Bolivia, Ascension, along the Andes, and make them do challenges like wrestling and other things that are a little bit more physical. And these physically fit people were like, oh my God, I'm dying. I would be too, but I'm not 100% physically fit. So it was an amazing, you know, showing of, and folks, El Alto has, I think, a couple 100,000 people. Wow. So hats off to y'all folks here in these high altitudes. Bogota, and like I said, the Far East, we know there's a bunch. And the Mongolian, Carpathian mountain chains, I mean, they get up there, Afghanistan, Pakistan, I mean, they get up there, folks. Just amazing. So, but anyway, I just thought you know, it just amazes me what the human being that God created can do in some of the areas of the world that we have out here. So that, you know, we take for granted under 1,000 MSL for our elevation in land. If you want to test me out, folks, those of you used to, like me, I'm at 400 to 500 feet MSL, head on out to Colorado. You can start your day off in Denver, that's fine. Head up Pikes Peak, stay there for about an hour or two, and let me know how you feel. You'll start feeling it up there. It's 10,000 feet. So, be careful though. So, but anyway, let's continue our flight. About an hour or so out. We'll get into the arrival brief here shortly. But for now, what I'm going to do is bring along Pretzel Rocks and have that playing in the background. Give me a second. Alright, we'll let that run in the background, folks, as we continue our ride over across South America here from the west coast to the east coast. And we'll be in Buenos Aires here in about an hour. Now would be a good time if you want to put predictions in. Would love to see some. Henny Chen, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Hope your weekend went well. And folks, if you want to chime in, let me know if that's too loud. Let me know, because it seems loud. Sorry, I had to cough there. I didn't want to cough in your ears. But let me know if that's too loud. Alright, let's come over here. We'll work the aircraft lighting again. Folks, you go to ground services, cabin lighting. Put her in cruise. When we come down, we'll be white medium again. And I'll turn up the entry area. Alright folks, we're just kind of easing on up. 29,000. Okay, everything's looking good here. Just taking forever to get to altitude. This is, by the way, a pretty good song that I like. From not approaching Nirvana, Drummer Boy, Stars Align. I really like this song. Good bass line. Okay, I'm just moving over here. Again, this is what I've got set to weather. I have this one set to terrain. Soon we're going to be featureless on terrain as we head on up. Let's kind of get a ballpark view of where we're at. I'm going to switch this one into progress. Alright, so we're 450 miles out. Okay, so we're make sure she starts climbing again. Okay, we're approaching about 20 miles to top of descent. Okay, so looking everything over. Just seeing who's all online. Okay, so we're going to continue our climb. We'll be up at 37,000 here in about 20 miles. Once we're there, we'll be level for probably a few minutes. We're seeing here. Hang on a second. Get the heading bug lined right. There we go. And we'll get the passengers out of their seats and let them mill about the cabin for a few minutes before we start down. Folks, thanks for flying with Mike. If you like what you're seeing, by all means, we'd love you to click follow so you can follow us on to our next adventure, that being tomorrow. Tomorrow will find us coming out of San Jose, Costa Rica, heading over to Jamaica, man. Jamaica. And then afterwards, that'll be about a 2-hour flight. Time permitting, we're going to get the Navajo up and do some flying up in Alaska, knock out another leg in flying the Alaskan Bush series that we've been flying. So look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Like I said, you can easily know when we're online. You'll get an email if you simply click follow and turn your notifications on. But yeah, we're on our way. Current estimates are showing. Well, I say that, they just aren't there. There they are, 45 minutes. So we're going to be getting leveled off here. Oh, looks like 8 miles. So we'll see how she levels off. Then we're just going to kind of sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Because we're down here in South America. Actually, we're southern South America, kind of southern. There's quite a bit of South America below us. Who knows? Maybe we'll turn south after Buenos Aires. Head down there and see what kind of trouble we can stir up. But I do know we have a lot of people on the stream and in our Discord that they like South America or live in South America. So folks, that's why we didn't want to forget you here. Alright, so it's telling us we need to do a Pax announcement. We're leveled off. Or I'll be glad to. Alright, so yeah, we try to keep the PA settings up a little bit so you can hear them. Because folks, you gotta have you're allowed to take your seatbelts off now. You're allowed to move about. So, I don't like this song. Hang on a second. Give me a second here to write this one down. All right, perfect. Yeah, I had to get that into my normal playlist because that was actually a pretty cool song. All right, this is a good song too by James Flamestar, Horns of War. So yeah, join us tomorrow, folks. Also, we got a great flight. Tossing a coin. What's going to be the aircraft out of the hangar on it? But it's San Jose, Costa Rica, over to Jamaica, followed by the Navajo if there's time. Hang on, this one's a Skawintna, Alaska to Cantwell Airport, Alaska. It's about 111 miles, so we'll see if we can't fit that in or not. We're back at work on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to plan no stream, but we may put something on. We'll see how the day goes. Friday, will be an interesting flight. We'll get to that, but it's going to be Punta Gorda, Florida, to Harrisburg, PA, with the flight factor 320. So, and then we'll wrap the week up on Saturday, maybe, with a little Sigonella over to Rota, Spain, in the 7. Ooh, that's the wrong 767 showing there. ER. So, there you go. That gives you an idea of what we got coming ahead of us. So, for now, just kind of relax, enjoy. As one of our followers put it, just chill out, folks. Just kind of relax. We all have crazy days. Now is the time to just sit back and decompress. So we'll be back with you here, in about, let's see here, in a few minutes to go through the arrival as we plug it into the FMC, and then that'll be our arrival brief in there. So enjoy the ride. We're, let's see, 38 miles, or 38 miles. If we're 38 miles out, we're really screwed at 37,000. We're 38 minutes out, folks. So we'll be right back with you. J Drums, welcome aboard. The Big Marcus is aboard, Henty Chen, FTO Payer, and so forth. Alright, let me take a look here. Heading bug is good. Sorry for that. A little bit of extended break there. Let me turn this down a little, just a smidge. Actually kind of like this song too, folks. Alright. Bear with me, and then we'll get into the Oh, takeoff went well, Big Marcus. Hey, 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 J Drums. Hell. Oh. Okay, so we got that added as well. Alright. Yeah, sometimes I like running this and all of a sudden I hear songs I like. Alright, so minimize that. Let's get into a quick look here because we are 24 miles out. FMC showing 223, and that means top of descent is not very far off. So let's get in here, dial down. Okay, so we're going to go to departure arrival. At the same time, let's go ahead and pull up charts. Then let's do charts first, then do that, because I got a feeling they're not going to play nice. Well, actually, I can make it play nice. Hang on a second. Okay, so as you can tell, we're still on Santiago here. Hang on a second. Alright, so let's get on the Asada 6. See if I can't help. Oh, that helped a little, yeah. Okay, there we go. Alright, so for the Asada 6, folks, if we're gonna, on the FMC, select Asada 6. Then we're gonna do, I believe it's the X. Alright, so what does that all mean? Okay, so we're gonna come in from a, do we have directions? No, we don't. So we'll come in from Asada to, I have no idea what intersection this is. Then we're gonna head off to the initial fix of Arset, which, it's AER 52. That's where we come in at. Then we're going to head up to the initial, RSOT, and then we're going to turn for the ILS. So pretty simple stuff. Let's execute. Come over here to the legs, ASADA. Let's make sure no discontinuities. There's AER 52, which you see right here. To RSOT here. To CF11, FF11, which, folks, those are usually standard stuff. So, again, we are planning runway 11. The ILS-X approach, number 3. Real quick, localizers 110.1. We'll set those here in a minute. 110, 1350 at the outer marker, which is right here, 4 miles out. Decision height 260, or decision altitude 262 MSL, airfield 67 feet. Transition level we'll double check at 3000. Okay, so we're going to come in from AirSOT deep to distance 9.2, 6.7, the outer marker, middle marker, and right on in. Here's our descent. So we'll plan flight level 50, 5,000 at ARSAT. We'll drop to 2,200 so that we cross the outer marker at 1350 and should be on the glide slope at that point, folks. Finally, RVR is 550 meters, visibility 800 meters, 262 on the ceiling, so we're perfectly fine. Last thing I want to go over with the chart before we get into the final stuff with the FMC, ALSIF 2 approach lighting, happies both sides, cool beans. Straight out 500 feet, we make a right turn heading 125. That's the missed approach. Okay, so let's pull the charts away. Let's get TopCat up here. And TopCat for landing. Let's update. And I'm going to update you all, even if it just did, just to be safe. Okay. Oh, the ceilings come up a little. 1,800 feet, 2,700. So, still. Alright, so let's take a look here at TopCat. Winds are 160 at 7. Ooh, it's getting a little... There we go. So we still got a headwind. 19. We're going to keep it dry. Auto land, of course, and we'll set for brakes 3. 10,800 foot runway, 1111. And here's our speeds. Okay. So we know we got this set. TopCat again is saying 137. Are they at 40? Oh, we want to go flaps 30. 144. That's perfect. Boom. All right. Let's get rid of that and let's get this thing set up for a quick descent. Okay, we got our weather. Transition level, we got a set still, so hang on, let's get back here real quick. I like to show this to y'all because a lot of people wonder how do you do it. Okay, and here, go to the descent page. Then we're going to go to forecast. They got 040, I'm not going to squibble at that. 171 miles, top of descent, 47 miles out. Cut that one a little close. Got the local QNH, and we got the frequencies we have, course altitude bugs. Okay. All right, so let's close this. Let's go to 5,000. I'm going to double check my chart. Okay, so reading the chart here, Air 52, AirSat are mandatory reporting locations in the real world. Okay, yeah, we did this. Okay, local QNH was 1016. Folks, you can set that right now. Okay. Okay, go ahead and get our nav frequency in here. .110 decimal. Okay. Heading 110. Okay. Altitude bug set. Landing data entered. Auto brake set. Okay, we're going to do the yoke real quick. And we're going to make the announcement. Okay, pressurization set. Anti-ice brief has been done. IAS bugs and altitude bugs set. Okay. All right, lighting is set. Announcement made. We're ready to go down. Okay, are we there yet? No. All right, let me show you what we're going to do here, folks. Now, let me slide over. Okay. To start it, let's say ATC just came across Mac Air 572, descend to 5,000 feet by SOT. Mac Air 572 descending to 5,000 by AirSOT, leaving flight level 3704 5000. Okay, so how do we do that? Click altitude intervention. That is like clicking the knob itself in the 74777. She starts the descent early, and then what we're going to be watching is this triangle coming down to here. This diamond will eventually come down to here as we get closer to meeting that projected glide path the FMC has put into the plane. It's exactly the same, folks, just different symbology. Ooh, there's a word. Then Airbus. Airbus uses the green dot in a managed descent. We use these triangles and diamonds. So you can see it's kind of starting to, it'll start moving down, and when it's here, it's on glide path. See how it's starting to come down the dial here? So is it here. Very similar to how your ILS looks. Think of it that way. You're on glide path now. This is not the same as the glide path to meet on your instrument approach chart for a runway. Okay, we're slightly, and now you can see we're gaining. So now it's time to pull the power back. In the real plane, those throttles move on their own. Okay. I'm just going through descent. Okay, engine start switches. Let's go up top. Gonna put them in continuous. Okay. Okay, at 30,000 feet, we're going to go back to 25 degrees on our bank angle. Okay, so how that works, folks. Right now, I've got it set at 15. They recommended going to, let's see if we can. There, now you can read it better. They recommended 10. I'll go back to 25 here. Where are we? There's 30. So 15, 20, 25, 30. There you go, folks. Okay. And now we're just going to continue down. Now, we're not going to reach transition level until we've turned in on the ILS. Now, one thing we can set here, and I'll get it off the charts page, is EZE. That's our VOR on the airport, 16.5. Okay, so let's do this for now. 11650. Okay. What I'm going to do over here, put our ILS up. All right, so we're partially ready for the ILS. The reason why I'm holding this stick here, there's my disconnect for the autopilot. Trim is right here, believe it or not, and I don't think we have anything over there. Okay, at about 25,000 feet, so roughly 1,000 feet or so, I'm going to be turning those seatbelt signs on. See if I have any. Nope. And again, Ergata, welcome aboard. Hope y'all are having a great day. Your weekend, I hope all went well. Now is a good time for predictions. Oh, what do I want to do? All right, so... All right, so we got below 25. Let's get the signs on.
Fasten your seatbelt.
I don't know, folks. Curiosity. Does this song sound like it should have been in the movie Batman? Dark Knight, or whatever the other one was called. Reason I say it that way, folks, I get so confused. I'm not a big super hero movie buff anymore. I have no idea. They played so many Supermans, so many different Spider-Mans, so many different Batmans. I have no idea what the heck they're trying to do other than copy each other because they can't come up with original material. Okay, let's come in tight here. Okay, here's ASADA, folks. And here's where we're going to be tracking to AROT, or AR, what is it? 5, down here, 5, Air 52, and then AirSOT. So Air 52's here, AirSOT's here, and then we go in on the ILS. So you can see, looks like around here we'll be at 5,000 feet.
$18,000 feet.
Okay, so engine anti-ice we don't have to worry about, wing anti-ice we don't have to worry about. Okay, passing 10,000 is what we're looking for now. What I am going to work on, let's get those lights. There we go. Okay, we're passing 14,000. So now, remember how I showed you how we intervened on the speed or the altitude? We can do the same for the speed if we think we're still way too fast. Right now, technically we are. Pay attention here. I was like, why am I held at 14,000? That was something I didn't turn off on the ACARS system that I'm using. We're going again. Matter of fact, I'm going to go in there just on the outside chance it tries it again. Okay, we're going to be watching. If we get below 11,000 and we're still at 300, I'm going to intervene and drop us to 240. And when we get over SOT, I'm going to have us maybe begin to slow down for approach. Okay, looks like maybe get ready to intervene. Setting 240. Let's get the speed brakes out. And landing lights. Okay, everything looks good here. Okay, we've got the barometric pressure set. We're just not near transition. All right, yoke. Okay, altitudes and approach aids set and checked. Okay. Okay, here we go, folks. Speed brakes got to come in.
feet.
Bear with me here. Okay. Lights are on. All right. And you can see the cloudiness we're dealing with to get in here. Let's dial back. Let's keep that a little wide. And here, folks, is the ILS. So, folks, if I get a little quiet, a little monotonish, I apologize again. We're going to be getting into a lot of procedures and all. I'll try and, you all can try and keep up with the checklist coming up here. But I will apologize ahead of time. So, let's see what we can do here as we come in. Okay, there's Air 52. Now we're heading for 5,000. Okay. Alright, ILS is up. Frequency's correct. Heading is correct. 110.1. And I'm going to go into a sterile cockpit now, folks. Okay, now we can put the speed brakes back down. Coming on 5,000.
1,000 to go.
Okay, localizer's alive, glide slope's alive, so we'll go ahead and arm up. Distance 3 miles, okay. Okay, let's go ahead and slow to 220. Okay, localizer, armed or single channel. For now, I'm going to go ahead and go both. Keep us slowing down. Flaps 1. We'll go to flaps 5. Make it 2. Okay. Glide slope achieved. Both are armed, okay. Okay, just in case we're set. Missed approach altitude 3,000. So we got to get below that. We are in the soup. Okay. Now the reason we set it, folks, see, it went right to it. Buenos Aires traffic, Mac Air 572. Approximately 10-mile final, runway 11 on the ILS. Okay, and real quick. Okay, switches are set to continuous recall. Speed brakes will get armed here in a second with the landing gear. Auto brakes are set and we'll go flaps. Okay, they're all done. Okay, missed approach speed set. ATC's been contacted.
$2,500.
Gear coming down, spoilers getting armed. That's what we're looking for right there, folks.
Gear down.
3 green, auto brake set, spoilers armed. Okay, we're at flaps 25. Let's go flaps full. And folks, switch over to decision height. Okay, barely caught the runway before we went back into the clouds. Okay, looks like we've got the runway. Got our marker, proper altitude. Going to continue. Final chance, folks. Put your predictions in.
1,000.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Okay. Auto throttles off. Okay.
500.
Okay, we're grabbing in.
400. 300.
Below. Hang on. Let's see if we can't get this. Need to come over.
200.
Okay. Lined up. Come.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reverse thrust.
knots.
Okay, out of reverse. Off auto brakes. I know, a little squirrely, but we're on the ground, folks. We're just going to have to use the runway now. All right, so hang on. That kind of stinks that we got to go 10,000 feet down the runway. Wow. Oh well. Speed brakes just came down. Okay. Don't know if we have anyone following, so I will announce clear of the runway here. I think that was hotel. Yeah. Buenos Aires traffic, Mac Air 572 clear, runway 11 at hotel. Okay, we'll get the lights. And the EPU, since it's right there. Okay, lighting, position, transponder. We need to go to And we're clear. See what our next list of checks to do. Flight directors. Okay. All right, folks, we are taxiing and I think we're good. Okay, we'll get the probe heats off. Okay, so crossing. All right, folks, we're coming onto the ramp here. Gonna slow us up here. So I want to get our... All right, there we go. And we are going to park... where do I want to go? Problem is, I'm so used to the United States. Let's go ahead and get the lights up here. We don't need to keep them extended anymore. Where domestic is domestic and international is just that. They're outside of our borders. Well, here, everything's outside of their borders. Guess we'll go over to this big brown building. Go. Just in case anyone's following us, I'll move down a little. Speaking of which, let's take a look. Nope, I don't have anyone following us, so... Now we could have taken it, but we'll take this one right here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and kill our lights. Okay, so I'm not sure which gate we've chosen here, folks. I'll look it up here once we're in the blocks. She won't get you another one. Talking to my dog, folks. Sorry about that. Let's get it. Go. All that good enough. Brick set. Let's make sure. And they are. Okay, so first thing we got to do is bring the generators online. APU Bleed is now online. Go ahead and turn off the yaw damper. And fuel cutoff. See if the door opens automatically. I don't think it does. Okay. Okay. All right, so we've got ground service. And we're going to go ahead and shut the APU down. All right, really, yeah, a lot going on here. This. All right, so let's come around here, take a look at everything that's been opened up. All right, so we got all the doors open that need to be. We need to get the people off the plane. And then, folks, we're done. And we're going to roll the tape because I know you always like that. Does that one say? Stop tracking client. Thank you. Oh, I like that. All right, looking. All right, let me make sure before I close out. This happens every now and then. Little rougher landing than I'd hoped. Okay, and today is 10. I think I'm gonna, oh, hang on a minute, folks. Gosh, dang it. Hate this. There's one thing I'm not a very big fan of their website in that there it is. Okay, so we can shut down. Okay. Always want to make sure before I do that because I think it's a great flight to refly. Don't get me wrong. But if I don't have to, I like that. All right, so hang on. I got one more check to make. Okay, that's something I don't like. All right. Well, wow. Sim Toolkit wasn't so forgiving. 558. Sorry, passengers. Oh, wow, that took us right back to the beginning. Okay. Yeah, they weren't that forgiving. So let me see if there's anyone else out there. Let's see. Oh, no one else guessed. All right, well, that's fine. Y'all have lives, I know. Let's take a look at this, though, shall we? All right, so let's go outside. Oh, wait, I got to come out of disconnect. All right, now we can go into rivers. Yeah, no, it looks kind of funny right now, folks. We're going to go back a little further. Stand by. It's not fixing itself like the other airplanes do.
$2,500.
And it's not going to let me. Oh, that stinks. Well, let's do this. Okay, now let's go in. Hang on a second. Okay, had to take some pictures. Sorry, folks. All right, well, let's take a look, folks, as we are in. Wow, that's the closest to the landing zone I've ever made, but that was a pretty solid landing. By solid, I mean, that was pretty intense. But anyway, it was a solid landing, good landing. We'll walk away from it. Let's go take a look from a few other views, shall we? I'll get at least 2 landings out of that, folks, I think. Yeah, that was a good, I think that's not a bad landing, folks. Really isn't. It just, number-wise, was. Let's look at the other side. Yeah, just planted it good on the runway, but overall was a good landing. Reversers out. All right, folks, that was a great landing. We're going to go back. Oh, I didn't see you there, Big Marcus. You one-undered me. Haha. All right, well, let's go back. Let's see if the tower has a view for us. All right, well, I think we might. Yep. It's going to look like a beautiful landing from here, folks. Always does. Well, like I said, folks, looks like a good landing always from here. Folks, I hate to say it, but we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Next time, I am going to try and make that taxiway. Note to self. All right. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the ride from Santiago, Chile, over here to Buenos Aires, Argentina. We're right on the Atlantic Ocean. Went from almost the Pacific Ocean over to the Atlantic. Hope you all enjoyed the ride. If you did, folks, we'd love you to follow the channel. That way, you know, when we come online, you'll get an email letting you know. But folks, from us here at Flying with Mike, thank you for flying with us. Maybe next time we can coax you into the airplane and fly along with us in the air. So, Hope you all have a great Monday. The rest of your week goes well. Tomorrow, look for us coming out of Costa Rica for Jamaica, man. Jamaica. So, that'll be with FedEx. So, folks, God bless. Hope you all have a great Monday. And we'll be back out here again, right at it, 1600Z tomorrow in Costa Rica. See you then.